Good morning. It is Monday, April the 21st of 2025. And here in my old Kentucky home, it is raining, but I'm not depressed. I just think it's just so peaceful. And I've got the back door open, and you might be able to hear some wind chimes. I'm not sure. But I just have a little conglomeration of things I want to share with you this morning. First of all, I'm sure you see these little lights. I cannot remember. This is a little rechargeable lamp, a little tree light. I can't think of what the actual name of it is, but I think it's so cute. And I had seen this probably about a year ago and ordered it off Amazon, of course, because isn't that where we get everything? And then after I got it, my girl wanted it in her room. So the other day I started thinking, where is that little tree? That little tree lights that was so cute. Do you know I found it in the floor of her closet? So I just got it out and I've just kind of been enjoying it. And I thought you guys might like to see these little lights. They're so cute. You just touch a little button to turn it off and touch a little button to turn it on. And it's chargeable. And I've also got a little lamp that you can do the same thing. Now the thing is, you got to keep up with the chargers, and I couldn't tell you where this one is at the moment, so hopefully it will hang in there so we can look at it for a little while. Guys, Easter, 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 the Easter Bunny, is that what it's all about? No, our preacher said yesterday it's not about the Easter Bunny. And I know so many people think it is. And a question I have is that yesterday at church, now we normally have 150, 175, pretty good crowd. This is Pentecostal church, Lois, so you know how that is. Yesterday there was like 200 and I think they said either 50 or 60 people. And have you ever noticed that on holidays or on special days that so many more people come to church? Now, why do you think that is? Well, I think deep down that many people believe, and they probably know that they should be taking their families to church. But it's so easy to get out of the habit of going to church and staying home, getting the yard mowed, because, hey, I'm working 5 or 6 days a week. I got to mow the yard. When I leave church every Sunday, I pass his house, and this little guy is out there with a push mower. He's got just a small little yard, push mowing the yard. I don't know if he works 5 or 6 days a week. He might. But why do people come to church on holidays? Well, I think one thing that attracted them yesterday, of course, they have a big egg hunt, and I mean a big one. And so many people of the church bring those plastic eggs, and they put either candy in them or money. And the guy that yesterday was talking about the egg hunt, he said, I mean, some people are going to get some big money. So I'd say there was probably some $20 bills in some of that money. And they have the egg hunt for 3 age groups. And hey, I could have hunted myself, but I decided just to let the other ones do the hunting, and so I didn't. And they'll have them just laying out in plain sight, in a certain area. But I love to see all the little kids dressed up, because I can remember as a child, my mom would always, you had to have a new Easter dress, and then patent leather shoes and little frilly socks, and maybe a headband or a bow in your hair. I'll never forget one Sunday, and I was all dressed up feeling like $1 million, And this older lady of the church said, boy, you're really mending up. And I thought, man, what a compliment. I must really be looking good today. So when we got home, I said, Mom, what did Miss Gosser mean when she said I was mending up? And she said, She meant you were getting fat. I said, what? I never forgot that. Here I thought I was looking so cute. But also I remember even younger than that, wearing, like a little, you used to have to wear a little hat when you were like 5, 6, like that. And I'll never forget this one woman laughing when she saw my outfit. And I was so insulted. Now, I mean, I was a little kid, but my mom had to convince me that she thought I was so cute. So who knows? All right, after church after church yesterday, my brother, who is now deceased, and I'm going to tell you that story soon, his wife, who lives probably 30 miles from where I live, and I have 3 nieces, and they're all married and got kids, and I love them to death. They invited us up for Easter lunch. Now, we usually go for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and then I'll see them throughout the summer. I don't see them, every week or anything. So yesterday, instead of going, I decided to stay home with my husband since he's not felt good this week, and I didn't want him to be by himself. I thought, he would be depressed. So my girl decided she would go to be with him because she doesn't get to see him very often. So I got up early yesterday morning and I made 2 buttermilk pies because my nieces love those buttermilk pies. And we made the buttermilk pie together a while back. So, I mean, there's like my 3 nieces, 3 husbands, that's 6. They've each got 2 kids, 2, 4, 6, and 6 is 12. 13 my sister-in-law, 14 my girl. That's how many was up there. So, they put out a big spread of food that's always delicious. And so then when she came back, she brought us a plate. And I want to show you what I had for breakfast this morning. Very healthy. It is, I've already eaten half of it that was in there. That is it, well, I've got it all over me. Is it Butterfinger? Butterfinger candy bar maybe on top. Oh, it's so good. And I love sweets for breakfast. So I've eaten half of that, had me some milk. Don't tell anybody. Now, the Easter Bunny did come to our house. Now, the preacher says the Easter Bunny's not real, but I don't know about it. Because, now he used to bring big Easter baskets, but now that my girl's getting so big, this is her favorite candy. Oh, and they're so good. It's got that caramel center and a nice little chocolate bunny. And since she doesn't need a lot of chocolate, I just got, oh, the Easter Bunny just brought that. And the Easter Bunny even came to see my husband. He brought him a dozen of chocolate marshmallow eggs. And I've eaten one, and he's eaten one, but he will get rid of those very quickly, believe me. But you know what? I've got a real problem, and here it is. I might need your advice. You know me in the egg business. At one time, I had like 5 dozen of eggs. And then the other day, I think after I made those cookies that we made in a video, I had like 3.5 dozen of eggs left. And then I made some tuna the other day. That got rid of 2 of them. Plus I boiled 2 just to eat, trying to get rid of some of them. So this morning, my brother-in-law has just come to get my husband to take him for a ride, even if it's raining, just to get out, ride around a little bit. As he pulls up, he hands me a basket, and look at this. It's 3.5 dozen of eggs. What am I gonna do with all those? I'm thinking that I may need to set me up a little stand on the side of the road and sell eggs. I don't know what to do. But now I've got to get rid of those things. It's just, Just too much, just too many eggs. So that's going to be one of my goals for today, to see if I can give those eggs away. And my brother-in-law that gave them to me, he doesn't have the chickens. It's another brother-in-law, but he gives them to this brother-in-law, and then he can't use them, so then he passes them on to us. So anyway, we've got eggs out the wazooly, and I've got to where I can't hardly eat an egg. They just, ugh, this about makes me sick. But anyway, wait, I'm going to get this little folder here, because I'm going to read you a funny story if I can find one. I meant to find one before I got on here, and then I forgot it. But anyway, I read you about Ron, the retired husband. Everybody kind of liked that story. Let me see what other stories I've got here. You know, I've been watching still a lot of videos, try to see how people get more subscribers, or, you know, get more views. And I don't really understand it. And I told you I'm not doing this for the money. I have met some wonderful people that I'm enjoying getting, you know, talking back and forth with. But I wouldn't mind getting monetized, because I've got a girl going to college in the fall, and she has written over this year, all last semester, every Sunday afternoon we set aside like 2 or 3 hours to work on scholarships. Now, she wrote all of them, but I just supervised to kind of sit here at the counter with her to encourage her, you know, to write them. She's written over 20-something scholarships, and we've only heard from one, and she didn't get it, and it would have been a really good one, but, you know, you can't cry over spilt milk. And you have no guarantee that you'll get any of them. But do you know now, just to go to college, for her to go for this 1 year, now this is not counting, you know, like gas and a lot of other miscellaneous expenses, is about $35,000. And I was thinking, when I went to school, and I'm sure my parents paid cash, because I don't remember. I don't remember, because I didn't even think about something like that. But I'm sure they paid cash. And, you know, $35,000 for 4 years, that's quite a bit of money. Of course, she's going to work during the school year. She loves ag and animals, and so just, you know, corn and all that stuff. So she's going into the ag field, and she is going to work at the meat lab, which she's already talked to the college, and they've already told her, you know, that they will hire to do that. And that's where they slaughter cows, sheep, I don't know if they do pigs or not, and they package the meat up, and then they sell it, you know, certain times of the year. That just nearly makes me sick thinking about it, but she's all for it, so whatever floats her boat, I'm just standing behind her. Oh, and tonight is senior night at the softball field, and there's 6 seniors. So I'm sure I'm going to have to make an appearance and get my picture made. So you all be thinking about me about that. You know, number one, I hate a camera. I cannot believe I'm even talking to you in front of this camera, because I don't like to have my picture made, because I'm so unphotogenic. And I'm so unvideo, whatever you call it. But anyway, I'm doing it. How do you like this tree? I think I like this. I might even wear it as a hat. I don't know. Okay. Tomorrow night is an FFA banquet. So I, again, will have to make an appearance. Whew, I tell you. This senior year, you would not believe, if you were my age, if you're my age and can remember back when your child graduated from high school, I'm sure it's a lot different, because there's something all the time. I mean, all the time. And in like 2 weeks, what is today, 2 weeks from today, she leaves with about 40-something other kids, flies to New York City for a week for a senior class trip. Now, I am excited about that. I just think what a wonderful opportunity. And she's excited about going. Just got back from Florida. Then when she gets back from there, she's going another week to Florida, the end of June, with just a friend and her mom. I'm so thankful she gets to do all this stuff. I didn't get to do anything because I didn't know what to do. I told you I was just like a little dumb kid, never went anywhere, never did anything. So it's just the change of times and the open-mindedness of the parents. My parents would have, they would have never gone for all that stuff. Hey, I've already been on here 15 minutes, and I showed you the eggs. If you know anybody in Kentucky that needs eggs, let me know, and I'll see if I can ship them a few. Hey, I'm going to read you this little story. Here's another pair of glasses, but whatever. I'm getting where I can't see a thing if I don't have my glasses on. A woman, cranky because her husband was late coming home again, decided to leave a note saying, "I've had enough and have left you. Don't bother coming after me." Then she hid under the bed to see what his reaction would be. After a short while, the husband comes home, and she could hear him in the kitchen before he comes into the bedroom. She could see him walk towards the dresser and pick up the note. After a few minutes, he wrote something on it before picking up the phone and calling someone. "She's finally gone. Yeah, I know. About bloody time. I'm coming to see you. Put on that sexy French nightie. I love you and can't wait to see you. We'll do all the naughty things you like." He hung up, grabbed his keys, and left. She heard the car drive off as she came out from under the bed, seething with rage and with tears in her eyes. She grabbed the note to see what he wrote. "I can see your feet. We're out of bread. Be back in 5 minutes." And there's a picture of her under the bed with her feet showing. So he says, "I see your feet," from under the bed. Hey, that's pretty funny. I kind of messed that one up, but maybe you'll get a laugh out of it anyway. Oh, I can hear the rain, and it sounds so comforting. And the wind chimes are not even really playing much, but hey, I hope you have a great day and enjoy your day and learn something new. And I'm getting ready to leave my house and go up to the little house and meet my girl for lunch. And I have a CD of my brother and I singing, made back in 2000, I can't remember if it's 5 or 9 or something. And I'm going to mail that to Lois because she said she would like to hear it. And I have really been enjoying listening to some video or music that she had taped from her first husband singing. Really, really good and wonderful songs. So I hope you have a great day. And I'm going to see you soon, but I've got to get rid of these eggs. If you have any suggestions, hey, people used to egg other people's houses. I might could go on throwing some eggs at houses. Who knows? Stay tuned, and I'll let you know what I did with them. Have a great day. Bye-bye.